everybody and welcome back to my channel, and today I've got an autism and lockdown vlog for you. It's called Dealing with Change and Loss of Routine. So I hope everybody is well today and they're having a great day or great evening. So for many people on the spectrum like myself, change can be very complicated because we're used to having a structured and organised routine. For me, I was used to being outside in the local community doing my public speaking on autism, educating mental health professionals, NHS professionals, people within the local community who had booked me to talk on autism. And then suddenly we found ourselves back into lockdown in March, and then we were in lockdown till June, July, and then we came out of it, and then all of a sudden everything seemed good again. My routine was building back up. I was out going doing public talking. I was out being able to educate people and give my life story about living with autism and how to help educate professionals who didn't understand how to help people like myself. And then we find ourselves back down in lockdown again. And once the lockdown came into force, it was kind of like, oh, I was doing so well, I was coping, I was outside talking to people, I was doing my online vlogs like I usually do on my YouTube channel. So then all of a sudden then I'm like, oh, I've gone from being outside, talking to people, educating people, to all of a sudden, oh, everything's moved online. And to be honest, everything is different now because doing it online, I'm not used to always being online all the time. So for me, being outside is a completely different personal experience to doing everything online. Because online you don't really read people's intentions, you don't really understand their body language or their facial expressions, whereas on face-to-face you can see more who they are, what they mean. So as we've adjusted to lockdown, for me it's become isolating. It's something that I've not really thought about properly, and I've had to adjust from being face to face with people and being able to answer questions and being around people to all of a sudden having to be at home, in my flat, in my bedroom or in my lounge, like talking to people on Zoom video calls or Microsoft Teams video calls. And it's not the same because you don't really understand their intention, or I struggle to look at the screen all the time. So for me it's really, really complicated. And I feel really awkward looking at the screen on the computer, whereas I'm used to being outside. So it's important what to expect to our change to our regular routine. Routine helps us to lower our anxiety and our frustrations. And as this lockdown is not our usual routine, we're having to go through multiple emotions, multiple feelings, how to deal with change. And so far I've adapted to change by doing my visual schedule. Instead of being outside, I've done a visual schedule like a piece of paper with Monday to Saturday put on the diary, and then I plan what videos I'm going to do, I plan what live streams I'm going to do, or what live streams I'm going to visit for people, and I've kind of adapted to that side of things. But when it comes to doing video calls and telephone calls, I find it really overstimulating and really anxiety provoking. I'm not used to doing everything online. Like I said, I'm used to being outside, face to face, socialising, building up my communication skills, practising how to role play, that kind of stuff. And then being at home, bam wham, everything's changing. I'm going through multiple emotions, my anxiety's spiking, I'm feeling more isolated, I'm lonely, I'm having to deal with being away from family, friends, loved ones, professionals, and I'm having to do it all on videos or all on video calls. And it's really hard because you can't process what they mean or what they're saying to you. So having a communication disorder anyway is very hard because you've learned to build up that social rapport with someone. You learn to build up who to trust, who to talk to, and how to communicate your needs successfully so that you don't become so anxious and built up with depression or anything like that. So for me, I'm finding this really hard, this lockdown, because, you know, it's hard to focus on lowering my anxiety. It's trying to keep calm, trying to make sure I don't overstimulate myself. And it's things that you can do to help people like myself. So these are the things you can do to help. Plan a visual timetable, typed or written, it doesn't really matter. Prepare social scripts or cartoon scripts. Listen to music, do meditation, creative writing, colouring, reading. Have a written daily routine of what needs to be done. So again, a visual schedule, so like things like hoovering, washing dishes, washing clothes, doing videos, things that you know need to be done to be productive and be busy, because the more busy you are, I find, especially with me, the better, because I become less anxious. If I'm busy with doing videos or phone calls or online streams, I find that I'm more self-distracted. I can self-cope and adjust a lot better. But for some people, this might not be as simple as adjusting. There may be things that they need to do to take time out, like meditating, reading, talking to someone else who may understand them. Maybe if you feel you need to get into contact with a professional like a support worker, I will link some links below in the video description of how to get the best support that's available in your area for the UK. I am in the UK, so I don't know how it's different to the US. But yeah, I just thought this video was important to do from my autistic perspective. Lockdown is very, very isolating. Like I've said, it's kind of caused me anxiety and panic and a little bit of a daily wobble. There has been days where I've cried and got stressed out because I didn't know how I was going to adapt to the change and the loss of routine, the loss of being able to go out and see people, talk to people, educate people, and then having to be at home doing everything on a computer or email because you don't know their intention, like I said, or the message, or the tone, the intent of the message. So yeah, I hope this has helped you understand me a little bit more, and please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll be back with you next time.